Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the market brief. Today is on the 20th of August. We're going to check on what we did yesterday. We're going to go through gold and Euro USD, what we tackled yesterday. We're going to also look at the fundamentals. But what was really interesting is that yesterday, look at this. Look at what happened yesterday. The market really pumped all the way up. The market went up all the way from this point. So we were looking for buys above this point. Luckily, we had done this analysis. This is one of the reason why you should always join this market brief, because we had done this analysis beforehand and we were saying that we needed the buys above this point. So we had this candle happen, and then we have other 30 minutes candle happening over here. So I was in this buy all through this time. I was in this buy when the market was just consolidating over here. The first 30 minutes candle went, second 30 minutes candle, that 30 minutes candle, fourth 30 minutes candle. I'm still in the market. I'm having my stop loss just below this point and anticipating to push to take profit 1, 2, 3. So the moment this news came in, it was affected by the bonds, the US bonds. Gold just spiked all the way up, and I was surprised because I just got a notification telling me that you're in profit. I mean, your orders just hit take profit. I was like, oh, hold up. That was fast. I didn't even expect it. I actually was expecting it to go all the way to into the afternoon bit, just wait all the way to New York and all that stuff, and probably go all the way late nights just as I watch, waiting for FOMC. But this market really pumped all the way up and went all the way up, 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 up. It was really good move over here. So I got up to this point. This is where I exited. Yeah, I was asking myself, I wish I didn't even have a stop loss, take profit, because I would have exited probably around this area or this area, the least of which would have been still more. Anyway, it is what it is. Nice. There's a formation of a head and shoulder over here. A head and shoulder formation, so we need a break below this point to push to the downside. Anyway, yeah. So that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, it was really nice. The sales didn't really happen. Let's throw an eye on Euro USD and see Euro USD as well. The buys had it. We were looking for the buys. Remember, we were looking for the buys over here, and we got the buys as well. When Euro USD went all the way up, the sales didn't actualize. So we're gonna remove all the drawings on both and do a fresh new analysis just to see what to expect today. Now, in terms of fundamental, remember yesterday there was a FOMC as well. There was a FOMC yesterday. In terms of fundamental, we have the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index and unemployment claims coming out today. That's gonna definitely do something on the USD. Yesterday, I just want to do a quick recap on. I want to do a quick recap on this thing over here on FOMC. Yes, FOMC over here happened yesterday, and then Trump was speaking, so that's why you saw all of this. FOMC, Trump spoke, and all of those reactions happened overnight over there. All right, so now we're gonna do a fresh new analysis and see how the market is gonna be behaving. Let's start with Euro USD, and then we finish up with gold as we target on what we're gonna be looking at today. All right, so again, like always, we will do price action based on the market structure. What you're going to be doing is observing areas of support and resistance, potential areas whereby we can grab breakout trades, or both on sell or bearish, so that at least you can see some opportunities in the market, right? So our note over here is just to plan for the trade and wait for the executions that are going to be happening. All right. So monthly high, monthly low, like we always do. I know probably you may get used to what we do and you'll be like, it is what it is, man. But it's worth it, trust me. All right, so now we at least have the weekly candle breaking above very well. We need to close like that for the continuation of the bias to go. See, now it makes sense to have to say that that area was very well broken, and now we need to look for a low, which is over here. No, over here actually. Yeah, so this area was very well broken. So the next area that we're looking at is where this wick is over here. That is the next area of interest over here. And like I said, that's where the rejections are happening over here. Yeah? All right, so we go down to, we pull a bit down to the 1 hour over here. Let's see what 1 hour has for us. 1 hour, still seeing the same game, which is really good. Okay, will it be able to finish though? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's no need to pull all the way back like that. You can go adjusting the terms. All right, so look at where the market is stopped. We're gonna need to identify these areas as well. Very good common areas of interest. All right, readjust a bit. 15 minutes, what we get? Do the same thing over here. We have an area over here that we could pay attention to. All right, so here we are. See there? It's a very nice point to think of coming down to top. All right, so where we are right now, seems like a good place, but I don't really like the fact that it's seated on this. If you put it's seated over here, see, that is where the market is seated right now. But I want to take a sell from below this point, to be honest. If I'm gonna take a sell, I'm gonna take it from this point. Potential sales below this point. That's gonna be happening well. Potential sales from that point, and probably continue to the downside. Over there like that. Now for the buys, I would have loved to see the buys do something. I'm sorry, to go to, there's a lower, very low time frames over here. Yeah, unless we get the buys from this point, I wouldn't want to miss potential. You know why had to go all the way down to over here to just check the structure? I just want to see, because there's a very good move that could potentially move from this point, and I want this clean candle, of course. I would like to maximize on that clean candle over here as we continue on the upside, because again, remember, it's already up on a weekly. It hasn't really broken. We can't really say it has broken because again, the week hasn't ended. The candles hasn't closed. They haven't closed yet. Let me see. You look on the left side. What do you see on the left side? What do you see on the left side? Ooh, shit. These are straight moves. Ooh, no. Oh, ow. No, I need to. Let me break it down, Kidogo. Still the same thing. Oh, man. Ugh. Oh, probably could use these one over here. Honestly, it's a little bit too good. I didn't say too good to be true, but it's a bit right. So those are our target areas over here. Those are our target areas right above that point. So buy above this point, continue pushing all the way up. Sell below this point, continue selling below down here. So let's check on gold. What about gold? What about gold? What about gold? What about gold? Start from monthly price action, breaking it down. Still have those areas holding it down over there in terms of highs and lows. On the weekly perspective, we have this area over here. It is the most current area that we're expecting some rejections to happen over here. We have the low over here on daily perspective. There. We got a 4 hours. We have this high you can play with on 4 hours. Yeah. We can talk about these highs over here on 4 hours. And there's lows over here happening. Yeah, over there. 1 hour, same thing happening, but we have the highs over here on 1 hour. 30 minutes. See, gold actually makes the structure. They makes the structures look so easy when you look at gold. He usually makes structures look quite nice and easy to just understand. No, I'm just marking it. I don't really mean it's gonna go there. I'm just marking those areas. They're just areas of interest when you look at them. So what I would like is to see a potential sell below this point. Sure. I want to see a potential sell below this point over here. For the buys, this is too much of a small area, so let's pick buys from this point just to be safe. All right. Potential buys above this point. Oh, potential buys above that point over here. All right, so we're checking a long order over here. It's not supposed to be all that glowy, because again, have we had highs than that? Yes. Where could we possibly go next? Probably there, probably there. We have a couple of areas over here that we can go. Yeah, I want to have my stop loss just below this point. No, below here. Yeah, that makes sense. No. Wait up. Yes, and pull this one to this point over here. That could be some. No, that stop loss is way too big. Yes, below this structure that is forming over here. That makes sense. Or even below here. As the market goes up, you can adjust the stop loss to break even all the way. Just to be safe. Short position. Potential sales below this point over here. Just above that area that we're anticipating to be broken. And push all the way down to this point. Yeah. So that is what I would be looking at today. This is all I've been looking at today. Buys above this point, sells below this point. All right. So we're gonna be checking on that and see how the market is gonna be reacting. Remember how the moves happened. Ooh, it was crazy move yesterday. Yo, you don't wanna miss out of this, all right? Let's keep an eye on this and see how the market happens. Trade what you see, not what you think. We talked a lot about psychology yesterday. I'm hoping that you're gonna be exercising the same on this. All right, and see you on to the next webinar that we're gonna be having soon. Right, everybody. Have a good one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye, and see you.